This is my adventure in Hawaii by Ice Cube. So this is what happened when I went to the beach. I was very happy. Oh, how I loved to be a solid. Basically, what was happening was the molecules of a solid were very tight together, and this is why they vibrate back and forth rapidly. The intermolecular distance in a solid is very small, so they have a very little space to move around in, and these are the happy molecules. I was hanging around the beach having fun, but then suddenly the sun was just blazing on me, and then I started to melt, and I soon turned into a liquid. This was because energy was added to me. And now I understood that I was no longer 0 degrees. I was now more than that. I was not a solid anymore. These are the molecules in liquids. They're slightly evil. The molecules in liquids have a little more space to move around in. They can slide around and move a little more than a solid. So the intermolecular distance in liquids is a bit more spread out. The particles slide past each other. Liquids have an indefinite shape and a definite volume. And because of the indefinite shape and volume, actually, liquids can take the shape of anything. So that's why it has an indefinite shape. I was very unhappy, so I just waited around. But then the sun became even hotter, and there was even more energy that was added. And suddenly, before I knew it, I had become a gas thing in the sky. I was very angry. Energy was just flying. I knew that the boiling point had come. I was 100 degrees Celsius. Here are the molecules and gases. I'd like to call them devils. They are very much evil indeed. Gases have no definite shape and volume because they can take up the space of anything. The molecules in gases have the maximum space to move around in. They can move around freely. The intermolecular distance in gases are very big. There is a lot of free space for the particles to move around in. I stayed there sadly until the sky became dark and everybody had left the beach. The moon was shining. And suddenly it became a lot cooler. I didn't know what was happening, but droplets started to come out. And I transitioned back into a liquid. The energy had been taken away. This process is called condensation. Oh, how I hated to be a liquid. But then, out of nowhere, it started snowing in Hawaii. And again, the energy had been taken away. And finally, instead of being a liquid for the rest of my life, I had now turned back into a solid. Yay! This phase change is called solidification. This is called the freezing point. Thank you.